This is the brand new XPedition 2.0. Let's roll out the old one. And there is significant upgrades from the old one to the new one. First being that kickstand out.
I'm excited. I loved this bike, but there were definitely some complaints that I think most of them have been addressed.
But let's not speak too soon, Allie. We'll have an update after 165 miles of riding at the end of the video, and we're going to cover some of the smaller details that are easy to overlook on the XPedition 2.0, so stick around.
Since this is our family e-bike, we thought, why not bring out the entire family and let's unbox what is really our car replacement. Allie, how are you feeling about this?
Like I said, I'm very excited. I like this one, but I had some major complaints.
You know what I feel like? I feel like this is like a day where there's a cheesy picture of us and it's like we're in front of our brand new vehicle. And I'm really excited to see in person just how much longer this is. We'll put them side by side. We have some other boxes to open. We'll see what goodies are inside of that one. And do you know which one we opted for?
The blue, really pretty blue.
The brand new Raindrop Blue, but not only that, with the dual 17.5 amp hour batteries. Let's get this one out of the way. Out with the old, in with the new. And what's kind of fun is that bike has been out for 2 years now, was shipped to Florida. That's where we are now. And that bike will stay in Florida. But this one, no, this is coming home with us to Wisconsin. Allie, check this out. Do you see this?
America's best-selling e-bike.
They've come a long way, even since 2 years ago. And this box is massive. Again, I don't know how they can affordably ship these and offer them at the current price. And yes, we have a full review on this bike, so you can dive in deeper.
Hey, check out these owner resources.
And by the way, Allie, why don't you tell the audience how they can help us?
Subscribe for free. Just that red button. And if you're gonna buy one of these bikes, click the link in the description below. Oh, thanks, Lola.
Oh, thank you.
I've got...
What do you have?
Oh, hold it up, Lola. Thank you, Flo. Okay.
So my recommendation to you, if you're looking at the XPedition, yes, it starts at $13.99, but you get loads of accessories if you go with the dual battery or the long range dual battery version. That's what I highly recommend, and that's what we did here.
Oh, look at this. What is it, Lola? Oh, well, the size is 20 by 2.5.
This is the seat.
Next box, we have the running boards. That's important if you have older kids because it gives them something to stand on, and also if you go with their panniers, it's something for the bags to rest on. And these are really slick because they're quick release. They're the same ones that are on the old bike, as you can see here. Now that we got some of this cleared away, you can see how the bike comes shipped, fully covered here with cardboard, and they're using eco-friendly packaging here. No zip ties that I can see as of yet.
What color is the bike, Lola? Blue. Beautiful blue.
Yeah.
Our old one was white, wasn't it?
Ooh, check this out, Al. We've got the frame bag here. Let us know if you want to see a full accessory video. We've got the charger, and this is the 5 amp charger, which means it's going to charge up these batteries way faster than the 2 amp charger. Only included on the dual battery long range.
One of the things I'm most excited for is the length of the bike. The other one I loved, but it felt a little tight in the passenger package.
It's just a fun one. Oh, here we go.
Oh, yeah.
There's the Raindrop Blue. Beautiful.
Look at that.
Folding handlebars. There we go. That was easy. New color LCD display.
Oh, that's nice. I see different shifters,
Way better shifters.
different throttle, different grips.
Locking and ergonomic grips. We'll put Allie and I both on this bike so you can get an idea of how we fit, and we'll get first ride impressions as well. Look at this new skirt guard here. Watch this, 5-year-old. Just open it up. If he can do it, you can assemble this bike too. There you go. Shove it in there. Push. Push with all your might. All right, if he can do it, you can do it too.
So it seems in true Lectric fashion, very minimal assembly. Wow.
You can just put the kickstand down.
A huge complaint of mine was the kickstand before. Really struggled with it.
Notice that the fender is already installed. That's sometimes annoying on other e-bikes, so happy to see it here. So we have all these safety tags. Highly recommend you check out those. Read the manual, super helpful, charge up the batteries, all that good stuff. Here's the assembly though. First, why don't you hand me those pedals? Easily marked. Lenny, what does this say?
L.
And this one says,
R.
that means the right one. Here we go, R, match it up.
Let's
Pull back and release. No wrench required. Love these quick release pedals. You do have to watch out for these nubs. Great for traction, but they can hurt the shins. All right, Lenny, here you go. Why don't you do the other one? How's that going for you? You already got it. On these, sometimes you need to loosen up the Allens a little bit, but slide right into place and then you can tighten them up. Can someone find me a front wheel? So here we go. We have the through axle. I'm going to unscrew this to the left. Hold this, please. We're gonna pull out the little shim for the hydraulic disc brake. All right, Lenny, I'm going to get this front wheel in and you are going to put the through axle in. Line up the disc brake. It'll set in there and Lenny's gonna push it all the way in. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Push, push. There you go. And then there's grooves here, right there, underneath here, and then turn it. Spin, spin, spin. Someone's just admiring our brand new beautiful XPedition 2.0 and asked, how do you get your exercise? Well, for one, I have 3 kids, and for 2, I don't drive a vehicle if I don't have to. And yes, you still pedal them. Looks like we have one connection to make here by the handlebars. Hold both ends and push them together. Just push a little harder. Just try. Here's a little tip. You'll need to wake your batteries up before you turn the bike on or ride. All right, let's get rid of all this trash. There we go. Let's bring in the old one. I can't wait to see how much longer this one is. And yes, these Thule seats, these are the clamp-on style, and they work on the new XPedition. We have both bikes pretty much lined up. We'll get to the length in a second, but I want to go through all the changes. XPedition 1.0 versus 2.0. Allie, why don't you join me here? So first up, Allie.
Yes.
This is really my instructional video for my wife, so she knows all the differences. So right in the front, we have 20-inch tires still, but 2.5 inches wide, Allie, instead of 3 inches wide. Street tread still, no longer a bolt-on axle. Love that in case you get a flat. Now it's a through axle. Now we have a front suspension fork, and I was really impressed with this in our review. Dual preload, still have the 4-bolt pattern. Yes, we'll be moving our cargo accessories over. Same handlebars, same adjustable stem. You can turn them to your liking, bring them forward, bring them back up. Next, the throttle differences, left-hand thumb throttle versus the twist throttle on the old version. Huge upgrade is the 8-speed trigger shifter compared to the simple thumb shifter. New controls because yes, Allie, we have turn signals now. There's the old ones. And yes, look at the display, new color LCD display. So satisfying. That's the old display. And I haven't had great luck with the Zoom hydraulic disc brakes on other e-bikes. Had to do some bleeds, so hopefully these perform better over time. We have sleeker branding here. We have a reinforced frame, bigger grab handle. That's what I'll call it here compared to the old one. And the cable routing is better, at least most of it, because some of it goes through the frame here compared to the old stuff that is just wrapped. I'll stop here because now we have a torque sensor. That was a huge upgrade. Another difference, these seat posts, the old one was telescoping. That means there was 2 adjustment points. So you could go super high with it and then adjust it here as well. But with the new one, it's just 1 seat post, but it's extra long. The minimum insertion point is right here, which means that, yes, I mean, look how tall that seat post is. It's not going to be an issue, but it's a small difference. Ours came with the suspension seat post. We'll see how that feels in a second. I'll let Allie try it. And then yes, the battery size. So on the base model, you get a 13 amp hour battery. That used to be 14. And then on the dual battery, you have dual 13s as opposed to dual 14s. But this is the dual battery long range. These are both 17.5. We'll just never have to worry about range. The kickstand, which I'm going to have Allie, of course, test out. There's the kickstand on the old one. The controller, instead of being located down here, is now located here. I'm sure they're able to do that because the frame is longer. We have a cool skirt guard here with holes in it. They say it should help with noise as well. That's compared to the old clear plastic ones. And now we have Shimano Altus, which is a nice step up compared to Shimano Tourney. Motor still as powerful, but quieter on the new one. This is the sound of the new motor. And the old motor. Now you'd notice it more when you're riding rather than stationary, but you still can tell a difference. And yes, look at those rear lights. Now we have the turn signals and now brake actuated. And here's a look at the length differences, maybe around 4 or 5 inches. All right, let's open our last box here before we get to Allie's test ride. All right, these are the Lectric pannier bags. And another thing new is they have pannier hangers right here. It's the second set of rails. There's the old version, no second rails, but you got them right here. All right, and check this out. You just line these up, get them in place, and just push down right here on the bag. There you go. That is super slick. They have a cover as well. Check this out to remove it. Just give them a pull. That's so slick. All right, Allie, I think it is time for you to take the XPedition 2.0 for a ride, and I think that these kids are hangering for a ride as well.
Okay.
And Allie, I want you to test out the torque sensor. I want you to test out the front suspension and also the suspension seat post.
Oh, I can feel the suspension already. Okay.
Normally,
Lenny.
and this is where we highly recommend the Orbiter. Pretty much a must if you're riding with young kids. Ours is still on the way. Go ahead, here we go. First ride.
I can feel the suspension seat post. Not quite as good as probably the ones sold by Ebike Escape, but it's definitely something. And the brakes. The brakes on the old one were lacking. These feel really nice.
And I think size-wise, I just need to hop on just to show the folks.
Hang on, Lenny.
So you do have a bit of a handle here. I'm gonna raise the seat post up. Yeah, plenty of extension there. And we'll rock the bike forward. Takes a little bit of effort for sure. Don't ride with sandals or without a helmet, but this is how a 6-foot-tall rider fits on the XPedition 2.0. Right, update video, it's been a month and a half. How many miles?
165.
All right, pros and cons after 165 miles. I think we need to start with the kickstand.
I love how stable it feels. When the bike is on the kickstand, I feel very confident that it is not tipping over. That includes sand, that includes like not super even grass. It's been a learning curve getting the bike on the kickstand. I have liked it a little bit more. For a while I didn't like it because it was really hard, but now I'm starting to like it a little more.
All right, let's demonstrate without any weight.
Okay.
First, let's go completely unweighted. Put your foot on it, rock it back. Not too bad.
Not too bad, but you do have to focus what you're doing.
Now put the kickstand up like you're ready to ride.
That's pretty easy. I have almost gotten stuck though because the kickstand's pushed so far into some soil.
But this is the main thing. It's when it's loaded. So we've got around 40-ish
42
pounds, 42 pounds. All right, now do the kickstand. So just a little harder and put it back down. And just to have perspective, this is how I do it. Rock it back. Just has to move so far, it seems, when you rock it back, and then put it forward. It's not as bad, but when you step on it, you really have to lift it up a little bit to get it back. So cons, probably the biggest one is the kickstand. Yes, better, perfect, no. Stay tuned though. Okay, next for the pros after 165 miles, and really it's just a ton of pros. We've been using it a lot, obviously. Dual batteries, just have to charge it so infrequently, and then the fast charger, 5 amps, just charges those batteries up super fast. So inevitably, when you're doing a lot of riding, it doesn't actually take that long to charge them up, and it makes having one charger for 2 batteries okay.
I've loved the rear end of this. The ability to put a kid's seat. We've had the kid's seat frontwards, we've had it backwards, we've had multiple pads. I love how they use this pad. This could be either the back or the bottom, same item. I love the grips on the Orbiter 2.0. There's a little cushion so the kids know to hang on to the inside bar versus the outside bar.
And the reason we have the seats like this is because we can actually fit our oldest as well as our middle child right there, just barely, and then it just works better with the seat facing backwards. Though I will say, when I raise our seat post up higher, my back hits it, so this is really set up for her. I would really need that seat to be forward, but yes, 3 are possible. But if they're older, you remove this seat, and then I definitely think there's a lot of room for 3 kids back there, so like the additional length. We ditched the stock suspension seat post, opted for the one that we sell, put a cushy seat on it. That made a huge difference. And of course, tons of accessories. So yes, we moved our large front basket from the XPedition 1.0 to the 2.0. We're gonna do a full accessory video, so make sure you subscribe for that. Some of the best accessories, I'll give you a little preview. That lock, loving that too for easy lockup. And Lenny, do you have a favorite thing?
Riding the bike.
Yeah, and sometimes you even ride backwards on that. Also, love the mounts on the Orbiter 2.0. You can see we have some one-of-a-kind of our sidewinders here, not even sold. You can get them in black though at shop.ebikeescape.com. So 2 water bottles for kids or adults. That allowed us to use the frame bag. Overall power delivery, the torque sensor, what would you say?
10 out of 10. I felt like I could really control the bike with my feet. The torque sensor was spot on. So I'm 5'5". Overall geometry of the bike, I felt very comfortable being able to sit, hang on to the handlebars. Even for long distances, I didn't feel uncomfortable.
Thank you guys so much for checking out this video. Be sure to check out our full review. If you're planning to buy an electric e-bike, consider using our affiliate link down in the description. It's free and supports the channel. Thank you so much for your support. With that, thanks for watching. And we'll see you in the next one.